If you go like down the fucking strip, there's a McDonald's like over there.
Because I kind of want an ice cream. I shouldn't. It's like going total fat ass mode. I had like 6 slices of pizza, like 2 beers, and I'm like, ooh, ice cream.
I could use a sweet treat.
Oh, they're actually okay.
Reward myself for a day.
We do a soft serve
For a day well earned.
we do a soft serve for me.
What a little candy to the handsome prince.
That shit don't even work like 90% of the time either.
Candy don't even work.
Sweet treats.
The ice cream machine.
The
Sweet treats.
Ice crete. New idea. Ice crete. It's concrete made of ice cream. So it's ice cream and gravel. I call it Rocky Road. It's ice cream and gravel. My name is Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Fred, you gonna be mad if I do this? Oh,
Yes, actually, that is like still the screen protector right there.
Do you have a plastic screen protector?
No, it's glass. But
Fred, that shit is not glass. That shit is not glass.
This isn't glass. It's underneath a layer of glass. The glass fell off of that part, and the plastic underneath it peeled back.
Fred, why do you live like that? Why do you live
Because
like that?
the
You can
rest of the
replace it for like
screen,
$3.
I know. I just haven't gone to the store to get. I can get another one for free if I just go to the store and tell them, "Hey, put another one on." But
Or
I
if you
just
steal it.
haven't done it yet.
You should go back
Fred,
there
would
and
you
get
be
it
mad
for
if I
free.
Peel it
hit
off,
with that-
but tomorrow you are going to the store to get me another one.
Bing! I'm gonna take my ball ping hammer and go bing, 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 bing.
Did you call it a ball ping hammer?
It makes a ping noise. That's what must be what it's called.
You're listening to The Edge of Talking, the podcast about topics where we attempt to discuss the topic, or not. My name is Ian.
My name is Hank.
And my name is Fred.
And we are laying the motherfucking snack down.
All the snacks.
Smackdown.
We're eating pizza. We're eating cheesy bread.
We're having the wettest soup pizza I've like ever seen.
The pizza did come like almost like a bread bowl.
Yeah, it was huge.
Well, it was mostly just like the sauce and the toppings were kind of all pooled in the center of the pizza.
And I really liked that there was the rogue slice where like you had a perfectly round pizza and then like they took one slice out of it and replaced it with a slightly different shaped slice, so it just doesn't look right.
Oh, I don't think Fred was here for that.
No, I wasn't here when the pizza arrived.
When the pizza arrived, one of the pizzas, it looked like it had lost a slice.
like the delivery. Oh no, you got it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, Fred, you know when you were looking through the cash register and that lady saw the movie money that was like 80% smaller than all the other money? It's like, imagine if you look at a pizza instead of a cash register.
And one of the slices looks like it's from a different pizza.
Like the person who made the pizza thought, oh, damn, that pizza looks good. And then they grabbed a slice from another pizza and put it back in yours
Yeah,
to
I think they
replace
grabbed a slice of display pizza and put it in with the freshly baked pizza.
Which is weird because, like, what happened to the other slice of the freshly baked pizza?
I don't think the guy just ate it because it looked too good.
Yeah, there was like, oh, damn, that pizza looks
I'm kind of
really
hungry.
good. That looks really
I'm not
good.
going to eat the display pizza slice because that shit nasty.
It's
That's
been
been
under
out
the-
here for 6 hours.
Yeah, the heat lamp has cooked it into oblivion.
The heat lamps cooked it. It's like a really upset guy from Louisiana. Yeah, it's the podcast again. It's your favorite podcast.
Yep, here we go.
It's the
Coming
only
at you.
the only one you ever listen to.
Stop listening to other podcasts. Just put us on.
Yeah, what other podcast is going to talk about things like bugs or
Like
quickly?
pizza.
Other podcasts wouldn't dare to touch these topics, these incredibly controversial and, you know what, I'll just say it, irreverent topics.
Mm-hmm. Nobody else is bringing you the news on alternative meat. The dirty alternative meat.
Groundbreaking, land that has never been tread on before. Holy ground.
Because I feel like topics-based podcasts, like they do exist, but like we're doing topics in a different way. These are completely different topics. You have to understand, folks. Where are you going? Come back.
Fred's bringing up stories that haven't been talked about in hundreds of years.
Quite literally.
Only your grandma will know the true story.
Around the hearth, we speak of it in whispered breaths.
We have a topic this week, but I don't want to get to it just yet.
Oh, okay.
Not just yet. A little too limber with it.
Because I think Fred has gone a little while without telling us about one of his patented feuds.
Oh my God, you guys will not believe the feud I've been having.
Yeah, see, he's actually foaming under the surface. He's at a low boil most of the time, but you can get him to go over if you just bring it up.
the teapot is screaming.
All right, lay it on us.
Okay, so I've had this appointment. I won't say what the appointment's for. That I've been trying to set up.
Penis reduction.
Penal reform?
Reform, there we go.
Yeah, they're shaping it into a new shape.
I want it to be thicker around the middle rather than towards the tip.
just
Can you make it more of like a horseshoe?
I want so it gets stuck. No. This appointment I've been trying to set up. 3 weeks ago, they called me. I had set the appointment up a month in advance. So like I was ready. I was like, oh, here we go. I'm going to go to the thing. They called me a week before. Like, hey, sorry. We are performing fire alarm tests during this. So we kind of have to reschedule. It's like, okay, fucking sure, whatever. I can just go like next week. It's fine. I guess I don't really care. And I had set it up so the appointment so that it was before a specific deadline that something needed to get done. It's like, okay, I have the deadline fine. If I do it by one more week, it's fine, whatever, no big deal. Next week comes around. Hey, sorry, we're actually having software difficulties.
Oh my God, Axios is at it again. They leaked our source code.
The software is going through updates.
So have you been yet, or are they still pushing you out?
No, it's next week. So
Hank, pencil in some software disruptions next week, will you?
Sorry, Microsoft updates. Microsoft is going to update and it's going to break the International Space Station's toilet. You can only pee in it. You can't poop in it. It's a real story, by the way.
Is that a real story?
Yes.
Oh, God, I wish that was the topic. Space travel.
So the best part is now that it's been delayed by 3 weeks, it's actually past the deadline that I needed it to be. So it's like, everything's fucking fucked up now. So
you should just go in no matter what, and you should tell them to reschedule you.
So is the deadline for like the sickness? Has the sickness now spread?
the deadline is the sickness.
Oh, he's past the deadline. The sickness has gone too far.
Fuck. Are you guys feeling any different right now?
I feel the same as I always do.
Feeling a little bit girthier, I think.
That's not a good sign.
Oh, is that the first symptom of whatever disease you have?
That everything feels the same.
Everything feels the same.
Yeah, you don't notice it at first, but after a while, you notice it's still the same.
Well, on that note.
Anybody else?
That's right. Kermit the Frog's here.
Anybody else have a topic?
No, the topic is shapes.
Shapes.
Shapes. We mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Fred's dick. Shapes, rhomboids, cromulons.
You know them, you love them.
Dodecahedrons.
Tetradroids.
Tetradorks.
Yeah, name another shape.
Nordapordron. Mm-hmm. Wait, no, fuck. It's not actually what I was doing, but there's a shape called a Nordopordium.
Yeah, shout out to Nort.
I don't believe you.
Well, now I gotta look up the. I was deciding between two stories.
You had the option to say something funny and you didn't.
Did I?
No, I'm talking to Hank.
Oh, okay.
I did.
We're nothing but opportunists here. We always take the chance that we get.
Yeah, seize the day. That's what I always say. That's one of my personal quotes.
Lorem ipsum? Is that what that?
Yeah, lorem ipsum, seize the day. So, shapes, they're all over. You can't get away from shapes.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's a shape.
Isn't that terrifying?
You can't get away from them.
Everywhere you look, there's shapes.
You can't escape.
Oh, it's the Nopertherdron.
Oh, of course.
Nopertherdron.
I'm just thinking of Tyler, the Creator, his famous tweet where he's like, "How are shapes even real? Just close your eyes, haha." That's right.
That's not right.
I see shapes behind my eyelids, though.
You's right.
I am's right.
I like shapes because they can be a lot of different things.
Do you guys want me to talk about my shape first?
I'll show you your shape. I'll show you my shape if you show you your shape.
Yeah.
Are we in a shape comparing contest here?
I have a gigantic shape.
Mine's pretty okay. You know,
I'll be real. I have a pretty average shape.
I don't want to
A
be
little above average shape.
I'm not trying to brag, but you know, the last person who saw the shape thought it was pretty good.
The last person who saw my shape said that it was pretty good. That's how I describe shapes usually. As I say, this shape is pretty good. Well, like that sculpture, the statue of Venus
With the boobs.
Yeah, that famous stone sculpture.
Yep.
The big belly lady with the big boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the big boob lady. Yes,
Yeah.
very, very good, very good.
Yeah. Is that a shape though? Is a statue carving? Is that a shape?
It's a combination of shapes.
No, because like like a shape is. I think of a shape as anything you could make into a gingerbread cookie, and I think you could make a woman gingerbread cookie with big boobs.
How are you gonna do the boobs? What, like gumdrops?
Gumdrop buttons.
Gumdrop breasts?
No, you could definitely have a Venus shape, like a kind of like a cookie stencil.
Like a fat chick stencil.
Oh,
The gumdrops would add a lot to
They
it.
should make fat gingerbread men.
Well, what are
and
those?
women.
Those goddesses of fertility, where it's just
That's
like,
what I'm talking about.
okay, yeah. It's like massive, like healthy woman.
Yeah.
with the proportions you would only dream of.
They were really on
Proportions you would
something
dream
back
of.
then.
Yeah, they were really onto something.
Oh wait, the cavemen with the big ass sculptures.
Oh, big everything.
Yeah, those are cool.
That's what I was talking about. You guys pretended like you knew what I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about Venus as in like the goddess.
I
of
was
like
thinking-
they
love.
call that a Venus. Like
Oh,
that statue.
I
It's called
didn't-
a Venus.
Oh, okay.
I was
yeah,
picturing like
yeah.
the Leonardo da Vinci Venus. Where
I don't
he make-
think he drew a Venus.
He drew the lady on a clam with the big boobs.
I don't think he drew that.
He didn't? Who did?
No, I don't think so.
DiCaprio?
That's
Well,
the birth. That's the birth of Venus. That's the name of that.
I'm gonna look
painting.
up Venus statue. Oh, look at that! See, this is more what I was thinking of, like a fit lady.
Oh, you're thinking of like a Venus
like
de Milo.
yeah, just like
Wait,
a Greek statue that like is a general.
Now, that's not that hot. She's
Womanly
got no
shape.
arms.
She's
Not-
got some fucking abs, though. Let me tell you.
Not
Jesus
to say
Christ.
that an armless person couldn't be hot, but
yeah, we're
you know,
not able
certainly
to. Say.
the Venus de Milo. Not much going on, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so
just kinda,
who's the big clam lady?
That's
I
the
don't
birth.
know.
That's also Venus, but that painting is called the birth of Venus.
But yeah, you were talking about. I didn't know that this was called a Venus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other Venus
This
I was
is
thinking of.
goddess of fertility, like birthed 1,000, birthed like every single person that exists, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I like the hair detail. I feel like that goes
Yeah.
underappreciated on this because everyone's eyes go right down.
Oh, of course, yeah. They draw the eyes toward them.
Yeah, but it's like the hair looks cool. It's kind of spiky. It's kind of Bart Simpson-y.
This
She
one's
doesn't have any eyes though.
this one's called a Willendorf.
Ooh, they really got the features right on that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big one right there.
They got the belly button down pat. Jesus.
So I guess that could be a controversial shape, a statue or a collection of shapes.
Yeah. What is a collection of shapes called?
No, a collection. It's all math. It's all shapes. A shape plus a shape equals new shape.
So like a trapezoid is a square and triangles. You know.
Yeah, because a
They just-
trapezoid is a shape. A
they just
square,
gave it
a
a
shape.
new
Also,
name.
a triangle is a shape.
That's right.
This is.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you take two shapes together, you add them together, you can create a new shape that's more than the sum of its parts.
So I guess Venus is just like the name of that shape.
No.
No.
Well, no, because I would say she's woman shaped. I think she's like a subsidiary.
Are
of the
things
shape.
that are shaped like other things? I guess the word shape is used to describe how something looks.
Yeah, because like a TV isn't a shape. You can't have something TV shape. You have a rectangle
So
shape.
you really can't get away from shapes. Even things that aren't shapes are shaped.
But did you understand my analogy that I made before with the trapezoid? Like trapezoid isn't a shape until we call it that's a trapezoid shape, but it's a combination of squares and triangles.
Yes. So
A
basically-
Venus shape
but
is
even-
a combination
oh my
of
God.
ovals, circles.
Fred, I hate to break it to you. Polygon.
Polygon is just overarching everything. Fuck.
It's a shape.
It's-
Polygon.
No.
Shape.
I have a very like mathematically oriented like way of shapes where you can have new shapes, but not all things are shaped because like Venus, it's not Venus shape, it's woman shaped. Whereas if you have TV, it's not TV shaped, it's rectangle shaped. But so you can have something that's like a new, like crab shaped is going to be crab shaped. That's a new shape. But if you have something like I guess a dog would also be dog shaped, but like dogs and cats are kind of like the same shape.
Dog is like lupine shaped.
Yeah, because like a dog and a wolf shape. If you made a dog gingerbread man and a wolf gingerbread man, you wouldn't really be able to tell them apart, really.
Yeah.
But if you made making a mouse gingerbread man and a cat gingerbread man, you would be able to tell those apart.
The gingerbread man analogy is insane. It's truly deranged.
No, I agree, because if you make just like a regular woman and then you make a Venus gingerbread, I'd be like, oh, like that's a Venus shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically describing a hierarchy.
Yeah, and it's not really.
It's not compelling.
Wait, what do you mean it's not compelling?
You could say that a dog is animal shaped.
No, because if I have a dog and I have a kangaroo, you can clearly tell they're different shapes.
Yeah, but they're shaped like animals.
No, but one's shaped like a dog, which is a new shape that's different than a kangaroo shape.
Okay, but Ian said Venus, and like we both had.
And you said no, you can't be Venus shaped. You said it has to be woman shaped.
It would be woman shaped. Yeah,
but that's just a hierarchy level up.
Yeah, Hank, we both had very distinct images that popped up in our heads when he said Venus.
Okay,
and he had a very distinct image in his head. That's actually what it meant.
If you give a woman a clam,
she clams for a day. If you teach a woman to clam, she clams forever.
We all know where you were going with that.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't fight.
This is cordial. We're all friends.
It's okay. I might get in trouble for my article, but we'll see.
Oh, I see. He's just trying to defend himself. I see. This is all. Every single time Hank brings up an argument, it's just because he's trying to defend his choice in articles.
It's because he's guilty.
Yeah, it's his guilty conscience. I want to say almost every single time he's brought up an argument.
Do you know when you point one finger at someone, there are 4 fingers pointing back at you?
Well, it depends where the thumb is.
Actually, the thumb is usually when I point. The thumb is usually also pointing.
Thumb is pointing at somebody else.
Yeah,
you're bringing other people into the argument that don't need to be there.
Well, I've got a bit of a controversial shape. I don't think the Venus was that controversial of a shape, but Hank certainly did. So.
Okay.
All right. Hank, let me know if you've seen this shape before.
Whoa!
No, what is that?
For the listeners, I just showed Hank a picture of a pretzel.
It's just a regular pretzel. You think of a pretzel shape, it's just what that is.
And Hank loves pretzels. He eats them when we play Battlefield, and then he mutes himself sometimes, and then he talks for minutes and doesn't know he's on mute.
And sometimes he doesn't mute himself.
Yeah, and then you can hear the smacking.
And nobody really yells at him for it, but he thinks we're mad at him for letting us hear his crunches.
I try to be good about my pretzels, okay?
We appreciate it.
I even close my mouth sometimes.
I'm like this.
There's a little bit of mouth noise in that clip.
A little bit, yeah. Fine, this.
All right, so this is an article from germanculture.com.ua. And I have no idea what the .ua domain is at all.
United it's like, I don't know, UAE, United Arab Emirates. It's got to be United, right? Or like Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. All right, and this article is called More Than Just a Snack. Remember earlier when I said it was going to be a snack down?
Oh, I see. It's more than just a snack. It's a home.
Mm-hmm. That was from last episode.
Just going back.
All right, a twist that tells a story with its gold, and try not to get too hot and bothered, Hank, please.
Too hungry?
Yeah, keep it in your pants.
Oh!
With its golden crust, chewy interior, and unmistakable knotted shape, the German pretzel, also known as the bretzel, is one of the most iconic baked goods in the world.
Not the Gretzel?
The bretzel.
Like German pretzel, Gretzel?
Not Hansel and Gretel.
Okay, also,
Hansel and
gonna be a little contrarian here, but the pretzel is more of a twist than a knot. Like, I'll be real.
Sure.
It's not...
There is no twist here.
There's pretty clearly a twist in the middle.
That's a single twist. And it's not even a full twist. It's like a half twist.
I'm just saying that I think if you pulled on either end of those two little pretzel nubs, I don't think it would make a knot. I think it would pull apart. I don't think it would make a knot if you pulled on the ends. I don't think it would tighten.
It would. It would tighten.
Let me see the picture again.
Yeah, this would tighten.
I don't think that would tighten. Dude, I think the topology's wrong.
No, the topology's right.
Okay, wait, let me see.
Can you make it into a gingerbread man?
Maybe Hank might be right. Maybe if one edge of the knot went above and one edge of the knot went below.
Hank's trying to demonstrate this on his hoodie strings.
Like right here and here, if one went above and one went below. You know what I mean?
No, it's the same thing as like looping your shoelaces. It's literally the same thing. You're putting one loop and then you're pulling. It's essentially a knot.
Okay, I feel like that would end up in a twist. I don't think that's a knot. I think that's a twist.
No. No.
We don't have an unconnected. Well, because
I only have two ends of a hoodie string.
Yeah, your strings are connected to your hoodie, so you can't equivalate it right now. It's not the same.
It cannot be
Oh,
equivalated.
wait.
Oh, does Hank have a loose lace he can do it with here?
Hank's looking for the rope that he keeps in the house.
Rummage. I like that you can hear the rummage noises.
He's amping it up a little bit.
No, I think he's.
Wait, I literally have string. I have string.
He's just desperately looking for this one piece of string. You know that meme that guys know where every single thing in their house is? Like, oh yeah, it's underneath the cupboard on the left side, right next to the wheel.
Oh, I've never heard that before. Because that's not how I move through the world. Genuinely, it's a surprise when I find something in the space where I think it is.
I literally memorize everything.
You memorize everything?
Everything.
Dude, I'm driving down the street and I see cars and I'm like, I've seen that license plate before.
All right, so I'm going to demonstrate this because I think Hank's a bad actor. And he's going to do something bad if I let him run the show. All right, so see how I'm flipping these over each other?
Okay, you get one twist in there. You only get one twist.
Do you see how it looks like almost exactly? Okay, it twists the other way.
Yeah, get the twist right. We gotta get the twist right.
Oh, are we comparing it to this one or that one? Are the same twist or are they different twists?
And you only have one twist in there. One twist.
Only one twist. I'm going to pull on it.
Oh no! It looks like it looks like it's not even a twist.
All right.
It looks like they're just the rope is just lying there. It's
Apology master.
It's not a twist or a knot.
What? Hank's right.
You's right.
All right, we're not playing with this.
No, I'm gonna play with the string.
I gotta read the damn thing.
It's my turn.
Fred, don't swallow that string.
Okay.
It's one of the most iconic baked goods in the world, but behind its satisfying crunch lies a story that stretches back centuries through medieval monasteries, royal banquets, and bustling beer halls. In Germany, the pretzel is not just a snack, it's a symbol of faith, craftsmanship, and cultural pride. It has been used as a religious emblem, a sign of good luck, a festive food, and even a form of currency.
Oh, pretzel currency.
Oh. Okay, so I've determined that I was correct in what I was saying. So if you twist it and you go one end over and one end under, that
you're
makes
doing
a
it
knot.
wrong.
Here's the issue.
But that's not what the picture.
Yeah.
The picture. So according to
That's
the
not
picture,
a pretzel. That's not a pretzel. That's a knot. That's not a pretzel.
So when someone calls it a pretzel, actually, you know what it says too? It says a knotted shape. So it's shaped like it could be a knot, but we know it's not.
if you
This is what the science is saying.
if you do it in a very specific way that is not how it is already, then it could be a knot. But yeah.
All right, we're about to get into some funny German words, so
Yeah.
Oh boy.
bear with me.
Funny.
So it's been used as a form of currency. Whether you're biting into a fresh Laugenbrezel in Bavaria or admiring a baker's sign in Swabia, which sounds like a not a real place.
It sounds like the pirate's heaven. Swabia.
Oh, Swabia is like pirate hell. Because you gotta swab the deck.
Swab the deck forever.
Dirty deck island.
The pretzel is everywhere and it has a story to tell. In this article, we explore the history of the German pretzel, how it evolved over time, and why this humble knot of dough still matters in modern Germany. And then we get into the ancient origins and sacred shapes of the pretzel.
Oh, don't even get me started on sacred geometry.
Don't even get me started on the sacred shape of the pretzel.
I was born when the pretzel was still an idea in your grandmother's head. That's not how the saying goes.
Oh, I love that saying. I was born before the pretzel was even an idea in your grandmother's head.
My grandmother who invented the pretzel. The exact origin of the pretzel makes it difficult to trace, but one widely accepted theory ties it to early medieval monastic life. That was the hard word I couldn't get, is monastic.
Monastic.
By the 6th or 7th century, monks in southern France or northern Italy are believed to have developed a looped bread that symbolizes arms crossed in prayer.
Oh, it's a loop. It's not a twist or a knot. It's a loop.
We should have read further.
Okay, no, it's literally not a loop if the ends aren't connected.
A loop is literally just this. That's a loop.
That's not
that's
a
what-
loop.
That's considered a loop.
That's a loop.
That's a loop?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, a loop-de-loop
A
is
loop
connected.
is just like a circle made from two crossed ends.
Okay, fine.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the string across the room.
No more examples.
No more playing with string. That's a new rule on the podcast.
Put it on the chalkboard.
They called it pretiola, little reward, and gave it to children for learning their prayers. As Christianity spread through German-speaking regions, so did the pretzel. By the 12th century, it had become a popular Lenten food since it was made with simple, fasting-approved ingredients, flour, water, and salt. Its religious associations only deepened over time, and the pretzel began to appear in religious manuscripts and church art.
Wow.
The pretzel's 3 holes were said to represent the Holy Trinity,
Holy Trinity.
and the shape is a symbol of devotion and blessing. In this context, the pretzel was not only food, but a symbol of spiritual nourishment.
Oh,
Big brain pretzel.
very nice.
What was that word for little treat or precious reward or whatever?
Pretiola.
Pretiola.
And I'm pronouncing it like it's Italian.
Even though it's
Not.
German or
Hey,
something.
pretiola.
Or Latin.
Actually, no. It says they brought them to southern France and northern Italy, so
So it could have been French.
it could have been.
But yeah, well it's pretiola.
All right. The rise of the German bretzel.
Oh, the rise of the bread.
Why is it pretzel? It's so
It's
funny.
bretzel in German. In Germany, the bretzel in modern German, found its spiritual home. By the 15th century, it was deeply embedded in southern German culture, especially Bavaria, Swabia, and Franconia. Guilds of bakers took pride in perfecting the shape and the crust, and the pretzels became a sign of bakery excellence. Literally. Many bakeries still feature the pretzel as their official emblem. One key innovation that happened in the early 19th century in Munich, a baker allegedly dropped dough into a lye solution by accident. Instead of discarding it, he baked it and discovered a beautifully bronzed crust with a distinct flavor. Thus was born the Laugenbrezel, or lye pretzel. Now the dominant style across southern Germany. Today's German pretzels are typically deep brown on the outside, chewy and soft on the inside, knotted in a signature twist.
Not Ed?
This is a little too loose for your definition.
So, like, is a twist a form
we're not
of a
talking
knot?
about it anymore. We're not talking about
I
it
think
anymore.
what they're saying is a twist can be a form of knot.
I don't think so.
I don't agree with that. I disagree with that.
I think
Well,
this is just
I think the pretzel bakers would disagree with you.
I think this is
I'm
just
just going to say, I'm going to pull on your pretzel and it's going to turn into a straight line.
Well, it's baked into a solid form, so you're just tearing the pretzel apart.
I'm going to tear apart your pretzel.
No, that was on topic. We're talking about pretzels.
no.
A pretzel is 100%
We can't keep retreading the same 2 sentences over and over
But
again.
Hank is trying to defend his topic.
I told him he already won. What more does he want? And then they're sprinkled with coarse salt, or sometimes pumpkin seeds, or cheese, or sesame.
Oh, interesting. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seed sprinkles. I haven't
Pumpkin
seen that
seed
before.
powder goes hard
Interesting. I haven't
as a
come
topping.
across that
It's
before.
good. I'm sure they have that in Japan.
You know what? You know what else is really big in Japan? Peanuts in the Coca-Cola.
Peanuts.
That's a very Georgian thing to do.
Peanuts and
Georgian.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Really?
Alabama.
Oh, I thought you meant like Georgia, the Eastern European country.
No, I was talking about Georgia, the southern European country.
They're not Pepsi heads down there. They're Coke heads.
Yeah, that's what they call them. More than a snack, the pretzel's cultural roots. It's a symbol of prosperity, a staple of beer culture, and there's regional variations. Let's go through some of these real quick. The Bavarian pretzel, thick, soft, often served warm with butter or white sausage. Swabian pretzel, slightly thinner, with less puff, more crunch.
Oh, crunchy.
A favorite in Baden-Württemberg.
Oh, I love Baden-Württemberg.
Falsenbretzel, from the Palatinate region, often sweeter and eaten with jam.
Oh, little jammy pretzel. Yummy
Silseri,
breakfast.
Swiss style, which is found near the German border of Switzerland, and often rolls with the same lye treatment. So that doesn't sound different at all. Often as rolls. So it's like more like a bread.
Is a
pretzel
pretzel
bread.
defined by its shape or its constituents?
I think it's just the shape that makes it a pretzel.
But a pretzel bun on a burger that is not in a pretzel shape.
Yeah, I guess then it loses its pretzel. It has another
Oh,
name.
but then you have stick
no,
pretzel.
isn't there another
You have
isn't
stick
brioche
pretzel.
like pretzel?
Brioche is different. That's ingredients.
But what about those like
Difference.
really salty pretzel
I think they
sticks you
just-
get in the school lunch?
Those are still pretzels. Oh, but they are sticks. I don't know. Pretzel might be too vague of a term.
I think pretzel can be determined by its phrase, by its shape. But
they are both not knots. So they have that in common.
I think mainly it's determined by the ingredients of the bread that it's made of.
Correct. Also, I think the lye wash, if you're washing the bread through lye, I think it's probably a pretzel.
What is that again? Fat or like reduced fat or something?
No, lye's like a chemical. I don't know what it actually is. It's kind of like I think it's like a basic version of vinegar.
Is that what dyes jeans blue?
You can use lye as a bleach, I think. I think you can bleach stuff with lye.
Like a softener.
I think it's closer to bleach than like vinegar. Vinegar's an acid. I think it's the basic version of whatever vinegar is.
I thought lye was an animal product.
I think it comes from urine. Like I think it's distilled from like cow urine.
Like in a bladder or something?
So they're like peeing on the pretzels?
I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. Never mind. Forget about it.
No. Let's dive into this.
And then there's the bretzel noodle, which is a creative use of day-old pretzels turned into delicious dumplings.
Oh, and now a noodle pretzel. That is not something I've heard of before.
Noodle pretzel dumpling.
And yes, Germany even has pretzel sandwiches like the Laugenstange, which is a long pretzel roll filled with cheese, ham, or salami.
$5
That sounds so
Laugenstange.
good. The Laugenstange sounds amazing.
Yeah, so the article concludes by saying Prost and don't forget the mustard, which I imagine is Bon Appetit and don't forget the mustard.
Prost.
Yeah, it's probably like Salud, but German.
Slancha. Yeah.
Mustard.
So yeah.
Wahoo.
So the pretzel's a shape, but it's not a knot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that closes off our entire podcast.
I think I disagree because it can be a knot. It's just the
Not
bakers,
as shown.
The bakers in that picture.
Not as shown.
In that picture.
Should I break up my
I think
controversial?
Let's let the master of topology break out his shape.
Okay.
We need to hear what this defense has all been leading up to.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys are gonna like my shape.
We're not ready for this shape defense.
Are we about to blow you out
Actually,
of the water?
earlier you said your shape's not blue, right? And I was like, what?
My shape is blue.
Oh, it is blue.
So today I got Blucifer.
What? Colors are not shapes.
No, this is okay. Listen.
Also, to tie it back to last week, you are not beating the allegations.
No way. Can you already see? I can't see the angle of his screen from here.
You don't know who Blucifer is?
No. Oh my God.
Okay,
Hank.
the thesis I have is that a horse is a shape.
I see where it's
Yeah, it could be
going
horse
now.
shaped.
It is horse shaped. The horse is. You can have a gingerbread cookie of a horse, 100%.
No, don't bring up the gingerbread cookies.
Yeah,
It's not helping.
Let's keep it at silhouettes.
It's not bringing us onto your side.
Let's keep it at silhouettes because we don't
Fine.
need to have
Because they're not
gingerbread
very
involved.
festive.
Also,
It's
shapes
not Christmas. What are you talking?
shapes can be 3D. Also,
You could have a 3D gingerbread man.
God
I guess
damn it!
you can't have a 2D one.
All right, read the fucking Blucifer.
Okay, so we got Blucifers. The story of Denver Airport's Blue Mustang sculpture.
Oh, I know who this is. Oh my God, I've seen him in real life before. I've driven
Really?
past him many times. Blucifer. How could I have forgotten his name that I never heard of before?
So yeah, you're driving on Pena Boulevard and you're approaching Denver International Airport. You'll see a big blue horse statue with horrifying red eyes just before you get in the airport. This is known as Blucifer, and he has quite a haunting past.
He does.
When it comes to the Denver International Airport, there are many conspiracy theories floating around, everything from how their barbed wire fences face inwards to prevent people from leaving rather than entering, and then the subliminal messages of all their weird murals they have painted everywhere.
Did you call them Merles?
Yes, he did.
Murals?
Carry on.
Murals? Murals?
I mean, I'm not the king of pronunciation, but
I think I'm the king of pronunciation.
Those weird merles lying around.
However, at least one of the stories that have arisen since the inception of the airport is a complete fact, and it is the story of this big blue horse, most notably dubbed as Blucifer, and is 100% true. It's a big old sculpture that sits proudly on the median, and is most known for the fact that it killed its owner. That's right, the guy who made this big horse had a big piece of the horse fall on him and kill him instantly.
Kind of nuts.
I would hate to be killed by a giant blue horse.
a giant shape.
Getting killed by a big shape because it severs your femoral artery, that's horrible.
I mean, we said it earlier. You can't escape them.
You can't escape
escape.
the
Everywhere
shapes.
you look, it's shapes.
Yeah, so it was constructed in the early 1990s by the Denver International Airport when it was established. And everybody thought it was unneeded, everybody thought it was ugly, and everybody hated it. And it was completely over budget and entirely behind schedule. And then only ended up being fully completed in 2008 after killing somebody.
Like, yeah, I need a couple million more dollars to finish the giant horse sculpture I'm working on for your airport.
Like, all right, just sacrifice somebody in front of it. I'll get it done.
It literally looks horrible, like fucking horrible. It's got like these giant red like demon eyes.
Have you seen it in person? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I wasn't kidding when
No,
I
I was
said
talking to Hank.
No, I had all I know is it's like wicked veiny too. It looks kind of like a weird thing.
You know, horses are actual animals, right? They like
You know, horses have veins.
They have
that,
anatomy,
that like supply blood to the rest of their body.
you ever see those roided out like
that's just sweat.
the sweaty dudes, the fucking power lifters where like they have like the veins like popping out of their skull and shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the horse looks like. I feel like I've seen a horse before, and they don't have like these giant red veins
When
going
you
like
see a
all over
horse,
their
are
body.
they usually like walking around just casually,
Are they
or
just,
are
like,
they like
chilled out?
have they
Yeah.
been ridden for like 15 miles and they're like out of breath and they're
Trying to kill their owner.
sweaty?
Yeah. Frothing at the mouth.
Even in Red Dead, I think if you run your horse too hard in Red Dead, they like get all sweaty and then like they get all weird.
Horses sweat so much when they run long distances that it starts to lather on their skin, so it turns white.
Yeah, it like turns
really
into,
weird.
which is also
Yeah.
weird because I thought that was like a human thing. Like I thought other animals didn't sweat.
To work up into a lather.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why are horses getting all fucking soapy and like, it's
Yeah.
so weird?
Because humans suck.
It's because they used to live in the water.
Oh, that's right. And then whales probably sweat too, but you don't notice it.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's the biggest horse to date by the city of Denver. It's 32 feet tall and 9,000 pounds.
It's all wrought iron,
Yeah, and it fell on the guy and it killed him.
right? Yeah.
Is it the biggest horse in Denver?
It might be the biggest horse in the world.
Well, because the Denver airport's not technically in Denver, but I didn't say that.
yeah, you have to drive like an hour away from Denver. It's ridiculous.
The vivid blue coloring all over the animal's anatomically correct figure is a clear nod to Jimenez's love for traditional Mexican muralists.
Whose love?
Jimenez, the guy the horse killed.
Jimenez.
Oh,
Jimenez.
I thought you were trying to say Gemini's. Like, all right, carry on.
Are blue horses like a Mexican thing? Is that like a...
I believe there's a horse
They're gray.
spirit. I think there's like a mythological horse, like devil spirit, that has a name or something.
I think there's just like gray horses that like in the right light, they look bluish.
Yeah, because Jimenez is saying it's like a traditional Mexican muralist thing to have bright colors for horses. Oh no, yeah, because Jimenez's love for Jimenez traditional Mexican muralists and the bright colors he would have encountered as a boy growing up and working in his father's sign shop in El Paso, Texas. Oh, so I guess they just kind of made horses like bright colors back in the day. That's kind of neat, you know?
So it has nothing to do with the actual color of the horse.
Yeah, he kind of just made it blue.
Oh,
Cabalucos del Diablo.
they're blue. Sacre bleu.
In Cantabrian mythology, there are little horses of the devil that appear on St. John's Eve with the blue horse specifically representing a corrupt innkeeper.
Oh, St. John's Eve.
Everyone knows
My
what that
favorite
is.
holiday. When is it again?
It doesn't say.
It always sneaks up on me. I always forget when it is.
That was also AI, so it could be completely wrong.
Yeah, so there was initially a very loud and outspoken distaste online and in the media for the Blue Mustang following its unveiling. Commissions in the city of Denver are typically guaranteed to be on display for 5 years, and then only after a 5-year waiting period can they even be bought for the city's Commission on Cultural Affairs with legitimate request. But no petition has been brought since 2013 because like everybody hates this horse. They're like, dude, this thing's ugly as fuck, dude. It looks horrifying. It's like a big veiny blue horse that killed somebody.
There's a
Nobody
mass-
likes it.
I wonder how big that horse cock is, too.
Everyone I've talked to who lives in Denver actually really likes Lucifer.
Yeah,
Really?
they're like,
So,
oh, it's kind of cool. He's
I think
like
there's just like a
watching over us.
vocal group of like I don't know, Christian nationalists.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be real.
They're like, he has red eyes. Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
just
so
scared.
Uncover Colorado, they hate this horse. They want me to hate this horse.
Is that who wrote the article?
Yeah, I'll be real. I'm reading this article, and I feel like there's a little bit of a bias here, because I'm kind of just taking it at their word that everybody hates this horse that killed somebody, which kind of makes sense. He did. It wasn't the horse's fault. His 9,000 pound ass fell on his creator and killed him.
Was it the ass that fell off?
What part of the horse fell off?
They didn't mention.
Do we even know?
We don't know.
Fred's doing all the research here.
It did sever his femoral artery though, so it kind of crit him a little bit. I think if it didn't fall right on his artery.
I mean, it's all just cut sheet metal, so that's basically just a big knife.
Yeah, a big blue veiny knife.
Gross.
Yeah, so for the last 11 years, Blucifer has kept an eye on the Denver International Airport, despite being an eyesore and known as a demon.
Known as a demon. Despite being known as a demon. That's crazy.
He's named Lucifer, which is kind of demonic, I guess.
No, people call him Blucifer because of the red eyes. He looks a little demonic with the red eyes, but he's not a confirmed demon.
I don't think the artist didn't name it Lucifer, right? That's
I think everybody just came up with that.
So the torso swung out of control and fell on him.
That's most of the horse.
There was a structural failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so late Jimenez, he truly lived to create pieces such as this, and he died just doing that. He died doing what is love, which is getting crushed by a horse.
What is love?
He died singing "What Is Love."
And then he's got a bunch of other cities around the country with years to come and a plethora of commissioned work.
It's cool. I'm glad they're still getting work. Blucifer is cool, and I think he's iconic.
Okay,
Very iconic. Very iconic.
I do need to take a moment to just appreciate the weirdest ad I think I've ever seen. It's a cat lying on its belly with a picture of a woman on his belly, and it says, "I will draw the person." No, now it turned to eggs. Fuck.
Yeah, it switched over to deviled eggs, which is also demonic
It turned from
because
a
it has the
cat
word
shape-
devil in it.
You saw what I was looking at though, right?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
weird. That was pretty
Probably
funny.
wasn't as
what's the name of this
visionary
blog?
as Hank thought it was.
This is Uncover Colorado.
Okay. Well, thank you, Uncover Colorado. That was very illuminating.
Yeah, so I think a horse is a shape. I'd probably do that.
Yeah, what?
I don't think a horse statue at the Denver airport counts as a shape, unfortunately.
So I want you to justify how you thought of this.
Okay,
No,
a
no,
shape
unless
is
you're
something
gonna-
you make.
Unless you're going to say the thing I said earlier where shapes are everywhere, you can't get away from them, that's about it. I think it's the only argument to
Like
be had here.
everything is technically a shape.
If somebody did an outline of a horse, I would be like, that is horse shape.
Okay.
That is a horse shape.
Hear me out though. Did you look up? Did you think, oh, like the topic is shape? Oh, I like horses. Let me think of something horse shaped, and that was the first story that popped up. Or
I think you just was looking up horses.
I was not just looking up horses, okay? I was I just encountered him, and I was like, a horse that killed somebody.
you just
That's a
encountered
shape.
him in your research.
I was researching.
You know what's
All right,
crazy?
researching horses.
Before we started recording, you were like, "Oh, I hope we didn't pick the same topic." I was like, why would I pick that?
How in the world would any of us ever, besides you, have picked a horse
Is it
shaped
blue?
shape? Is it blue?
It's the first thing I think of when I think shape. I think of a statue of a horse.
Well done.
All right, we got to hand it off to Fred.
You've stayed original through and through.
Yeah,
Never give up.
never give up.
All right, I got a nice little original story, not from my brain, but from somebody on Reddit. So this man, I haven't read it yet, but I read one line and I said, "Oh, this is a gem. This is a masterpiece." So I have to relay it to y'all. Let's see here. So this is on the Reddit subreddit r/Telugu Journals.
I thought you were going to say r/shape.
And I don't know what that means.
Wait, is it Telugu? Is that some sort of creature?
I have no idea.
Hang on, I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Telugu.
Wait, Telugu.
Telugu.
No, that's a place. That's a place.
Could be.
Telugu's a language.
Oh, interesting. This is a top
Tagalog?
1% commenter as well. It seems like some sort of Indian.
Yeah, Telugu is a language spoken in southern India.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So this is probably I would say a broken English from Indian from Telugu.
Hindi.
I guess I should say
Hindi.
from Telugu to English translation that somebody just like copy pasted or something. This is called The Story of Shapes by Nenuna Pythium.
Mm-hmm.
There are different shapes in this world: circle, rectangle, square,
Horse.
triangle, horse, and many more. Let's think of them from an evaluation point of view. A circle can be cut into triangle, square, rectangle, etc. Again, two triangles can make a beautiful rectangle too.
Mm-hmm.
A rectangle can be cut and made into a beautiful square.
Okay, wait, hold on. I don't think you could cut a circle into triangles.
You can inscribe any shape you want into a circle.
You can
Circle,
inscribe, but you got to use all the fat of the animal. You'd still have all these little curvy bits. You can't turn into a triangle.
You're thinking of American Indians.
No,
They have to use the whole buffalo.
Oh, okay. But you're saying
they
that the
don't-
Telugu don't need to use the whole shape.
If you live in India, you probably don't have to use the whole buffalo. And in fact, maybe using the buffalo could be, bad religiously.
Like what you're referencing is how many vertices the circle has.
Too many vertices.
If you don't,
Infinite
Might even have
vertices.
infinite vertices.
but depending on how many little vertices you have, you can have some
Actually,
pretty,
you know what? I think mathematically it has no vertices.
Yeah, that
So it's not creating an angle anywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. All these shapes can be converted into one another. They can be cut into pieces and can be made into different shapes. We can paste them together and can make a beautiful shape.
That's like what you were talking about, Hank.
Yeah.
That's just like what your topic was about.
So one fine day, this comparison started. The square said to triangle, "Hey, look, I have 4 sides. I have an extra side when compared to you." Then pentagon came and said the same thing to square. And then these shapes started fighting and comparing.
And then Nonagon showed up.
Then don't even get the dodecahedron involved.
Don't even get the dodecahedron.
Oh.
Do
Infinitedron.
I had infinite hedron.
Infinitedron plus 1.
That's a circle. That's a circle. Just count.
These shapes forgot that they are convertible into each other. Now they are just being to themselves. They've completely forgot that they are all the same.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Now you got me thinking about like math proofs. Like, can you inscribe every Euclidean shape into every other Euclidean shape? Or is there a Euclidean shape that could not be inscribed within another shape?
That's the Noptherdon. That was the other thing I was thinking of doing, but it was too complicated and I couldn't understand the math.
There's
But you
definitely
know what
some
it's called.
weird. There's definitely some weird puzzle piece shape thing with like you can't make this and that.
Get fucked. Yeah.
I think the Noptherdon is the only shape you can't turn inside out.
Nope, they're Dawn.
That's literally what it's called. There was like some guy named like Therdon, and he's like every shape can be turned inside out. And
Nope.
like,
This one.
Nope. Therdon.
Nope. That's another soundbite we got to get on there.
Nope.
Nope.
What's that from?
Team Fortress.
I
Right?
couldn't tell you. Honestly,
Yeah, I think
I could tell you. I could tell you. I'm not even well versed.
there's actually a commercial on the air right now that plays that, and it's part of a song. We'll get
if
back
we
to
get
it.
a no, it's going to be the big pumpkin who's hungry.
Oh fuck,
No.
we need that.
No, I don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
Even just the clip of him saying no,
No.
I like the one of him eating glass.
no.
No, I don't.
Nom, nom,
I
give
don't
me
like
the
that one.
salt.
I don't want that.
All right. Let's keep our story straight here, guys. All right. So the shapes, they're all fighting because they say, "Oh, I have more sides than you." Well, no, but I have less sides than you, so I'm better. But
It's a crying shame.
and they all forgot that they are the same, but they're still fighting. Now, 2 triangles are loving each other.
Whoa!
Lewd.
Are they doing like the triangle 69 where like one of the points is down and one of the points is up?
Unfortunately, there are no illustrations to this.
Fuck!
They forgot to include the
They didn't do
illustrations.
the Kama Sutra of shapes for this.
This is the sentence I wrote. I read.
Fred, you want to tell us
No,
something?
hey.
Fred, are you writing triangle fan fiction?
Yeah, sorry. My alternate name is Nanuna Python. That's my other name.
I knew you were acting suspicious online.
Now, two triangles are loving each other, but when they will be together, they will produce a rhombus. The hate among the shapes has grown so much that they don't even allow their own shapes to combine, thinking that it will give birth to another shape. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Oh, he's
Talking about like the two triangles, they went together like this, and they made a little
Yep.
rhombus.
which
Yep.
is really just a square.
Actually, not to digress again, but if you look up the history of the rhombus, it's very interesting.
Oh, maybe we should have done that.
Yeah.
We can do a rhombus episode.
Rhombus
Yeah,
episode.
we'll save that one for the rhombus episode.
Because we can get into that.
That's where we can really dig into rhombuses.
Wait, I feel like we do have a rhombus episode. That feels familiar. Do we have it
Might
on
be
the
on
list?
the list somewhere. We'll have to consult the list
We'll have
later.
to we have a master list that we made before we started recording the show that has a ton of different episode topics on it.
Yeah, we don't think of these on the fly, folks. We have these.
It's all pre-planned. It's all pre-recorded.
Well,
The voices you're hearing are saved into a file. They're not coming directly out of your phone.
from 20 years ago.
Yes, it was recorded in the 70s.
Now, I am thinking, is it the mistake of creator to create these many shapes, or is it the stupidity of these shapes that they discovered these comparisons? What happens if the world is monotonic? Maybe
God.
these shapes will find another reason to fight. So is this stupidity of shapes? Probably.
Probably.
I'm starting to think that maybe the shapes are actually us.
This is the story
I guess
of
we are
shapes.
man shapes.
Humans are all different shapes and sizes.
You can turn me into a
Melting
gingerbread cookie.
Yeah. Everyone's their own gingerbread
Melt down
flavor.
the shapes.
Melt them down in the melting pot.
One shape. Melt. Shaped.
Yeah, what's the primordial shape? You
The
bet?
primordial shape.
I feel like it's got to be a square.
Why?
just-
No, the
no.
primordial shape is definitely a circle.
Ooze.
You can't make. You can't.
Ooze is not a shape.
It's probably circle.
You
Yeah,
can't
but-
even be ooze shaped.
Okay, but hear me out. You could arrange enough squares approaching infinity to make the curve of a circle. No, that's true. That's true. Think about pixels on a screen. I have a TV that can make a circle. It's all squares. There you go.
No.
What's the stupid fucking circle that all the nature happens in?
An ellipse.
Oh, the
called?
Mardi Graham.
You know what I'm
or
talking
something.
about.
Fibonacci.
Fibonacci
Fibonacci.
sequence.
That's a spiral.
Yeah, that's a circular pattern. It's
But the
like-
golden ratio exists.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's not a shape.
But it can be.
It can.
Is a spiral not a shape?
Spiral's not a closed polygon.
But we know.
Actually,
but
no. I
you
think
know,
a spiral is not a shape. The
you-
spiral is a tangle.
But
Yeah,
you know,
it's like the pretzel thing.
You know exactly what a spiral is when I say spiral. You have an image that pops up in your head that is the exact shape of the
No,
spiral.
No,
but
no.
you can't make a spiral gingerbread cookie.
Are we talking Euclidean, like in Euclidean
okay.
space?
Not all gingerbread cookies have to be a specific shape. You can just have a blob of gingerbread, and that's technically a gingerbread cookie, but it doesn't have a specific shape that you can.
I
say
can't
it
believe
is.
we're still talking about gingerbread like it makes any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
That's why it's a horrible analogy,
makes
because you can just
sense
have a
to me,
blob
damn
of
it.
gingerbread cookies that's not a specific shape, but
Is
it's
it
still
because
a
you
cookie.
forgot the word silhouette?
I just like an edible analogy more.
Yeah, that's true. I did mention in like episode 3 that all of our tangents will be about food. We have to stay consistent with that, I guess. Or not. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck gingerbread
Also,
cookies.
a
Yeah,
big
don't forget the
gingerbread
or
cookie-
not part of the podcast.
Still blob shaped.
We're not.
No, remember the part of the podcast, the or not part?
Oh yeah, we don't
Oh,
even
yes.
have to be here. We
Yeah.
don't even have to do any of this.
All right, let's just go.
Yeah. All right.
All right, but before we go,
All right. Put the headphones back on.
if you want to follow us, you can do so on YouTube at The Edge of Talking Podcast. And if you want to send us an email, send us some suggestions or maybe a topic idea.
Yeah, tell the other guys they're wrong about my whole gingerbread cookie theory. Like, I think my hypothesis is correct.
Yeah, that's theedgeoftalking@gmail.com.
Yeah. Tell us if you think the world is monotonic.
Also, the horse is definitely a shape.
Next week, our topic is shenanigans.
Oh,
my
that's gonna
God.
be fun.
So see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
.org.
The whole shebang.